Today's adventure is minimal gear, living in a wigwam. Temperature-wise, it's around 30 right now. It's supposed to get down into the high teens, low 20s. For gear, we're going super minimal. What I have is my bedroll, axe, large Kuska, bag of coffee. You need that for the AM. A black gold steak or black diamond steak. These are like one of my, they're like a seasoned steak. They're absolutely delicious. Water bottle. Then my normal cordage and my normal ditty bag that I keep in my haversack. And then other than that, the only other gear I brought was a little bit of extra stuff in this Frost River bag, which in this bag I have a candle lantern, the folding candle lantern from UCO. The fork, spoon, and knife trio from Case Knives. These all come apart. It's a pretty cool little setup. Something like this, it works good. It's minimal. And then I don't even know where I got this from. This is Mexican chocolate. You can make hot cocoa with it. I don't know. We're gonna try it out and see what that's like tonight. And then a headlamp. Other than that, I mean, what else do I need? I have the wigwam as a structure, so I think it's gonna work out pretty well. And I really need to get a debris bed in there. It's gonna be pretty cold tonight with only wool blankets, so I'm gonna need to build some type of debris bed to get me up off the ground, and then I should be pretty good. The other thing that I do want to address, so this doorway on this wigwam, it's quite large. I have 2 old wool blankets at camp, so I'm thinking if I take those 2 wool blankets as a door until I can make a good proper natural door, they're gonna work pretty good for tonight. So I'm gonna have to see if I have to sew them together, or will one blanket, like marble mouth here, one blanket be enough? Otherwise, I think everything's gonna be pretty good in here. You could see some of this opened up a little bit just from it settling and the wind blowing. So that's gonna have to get addressed, and I gotta build a bed in here. There is a small fire pit right in the middle here that has some snow in it from the roof vent, but I think it's gonna be fine overall. I gotta just readjust some stuff in here, clean some stuff out of here, and have at it that way. So let's get started with it. Well, that worked out great. Look at that. Whole thing just popped right out. Agenda right now is to get hemlock boughs. I brought my bedroll straps. I'm gonna tie them up in that if it works. I've never carried boughs in my bedroll straps. I have firewood, not any type of tree branches like we're doing now. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I just carry it. They're not too heavy. I'm pretty happy with this pile because I know I have some more back at camp from last week, but I don't know if the bedroll strap thing is gonna work the way I'm expecting it to or not. So find the bottom. There's one strap now. Will the second one fit? If that works, pretty good. We're close. We are close. It's gonna work this way. Yep. The real test is gonna be when I pick this thing up. Does it fall out or not? I think we have ourselves a winner here. So I'm gonna tighten up this chest strap. What do you think? I think it's gonna hold. That worked out really well. A lot better than I thought it would. overall, if you ask me, it'll be enough to keep me up off the ground and insulate me a little bit. I mean, I do have blankets with me, so it's not like this is all I got to sleep on. Let's see. That ain't bad. Agenda right now is firewood. And that's gonna be it. So let's go inside, get that fire started, and just start relaxing. This is how the wigwam is set up. We have camera equipment, haversack, axe, my bed, which I started to unroll the blanket a little bit. Come to this side, I have a pile of smaller wood, pile of larger wood, the skulls, the infamous skulls that we find on the property, turtle shell, fire pit, and then yours truly. I'm crossing my fingers it drafts correctly, because if it does, it's gonna pop right out the top with the smoke, and it'll trap some heat in here with the dome shape, roll it back down in, and we will be good. But again, it's trial and error. You got to just see what works, what doesn't work, and that's the fun of it. We are going to cheat a little bit today. We have some homemade fire starters we're going to drop in here, but you know, you got to do everything. You can't just always do one single thing. Get that in there. It literally doesn't get more awesome. This is awesome. I love it. Right now, everything is taken care of for the most part, but I feel like I have to film because it's golden hour. How can you not film during that? Firewood's in, bed's pretty much made up. I just got to roll out my wool blanket, camera gear situated, everything's good. Everything is really good. Right now, it's just to hunker down for the night, start the fire up there in a little bit, and cook some dinner. All right, wigwam, night one. It's drafting good. It could be drafting better. I don't know what it's picking up on the camera like. A little bit of like smoke in the area. Majority is drafting out the top. So I did just close the door though. So it's gonna take a little bit probably for that to regulate. And I do have this larger wood on which we were burning last time we were at this camp. Very smoky to begin with. I think because it's been out all winter. So, I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? What I'm gonna actually do now though is I have a forked stick and a straight stick, and I'm going to try to rig up. Now here's the funny part. I literally show 5 videos a week on different ways to set cook systems up and everything. I come out, do I use them? Yes. Am I using that now? No. And I think the reason for that is because I do these things, I'm like, oh, that's gonna work. So I'm like, well, will this work? Will a forked stick and a straight stick work if you skewer it? And then basically what I wanna do is bend it and push it down on the ground and see if I can create like a dome. It might be a brand new cook system, you know? I might be the next Kep Art, you never know. All right, we won't go that far, but it is fun. So these steaks, you can't see it that good, but they are marinated. I don't know what they're marinated with. We call them black diamond steaks like in my local area, but if you go 10 miles west to the Shamokin area, they call them black gold steaks. All the same. These things are awesome. I don't know what they're marinated in. If you come to a class, there's a good possibility you might actually get one of these because they are delicious, and I eat a lot of them. So they're just a marinated steak. What I'm gonna do is get my gloves off. It is pretty warm in here. interesting. All right, so we're gonna take this end and we're gonna point this off. That, cool. Point the other end off. Cool. Now I'm gonna just try to skewer from one end right into the other. I don't know if this is gonna work, but you gotta try stuff. That's the only way you figure it out. I'd like to think it's gonna work because it seems like it's something that would. I don't want it to come out of the steak. I want it in the steak the whole time, but that doesn't seem like that's happening. Come on with it. I'll have ground beef by the time I'm done here. All right, so the forked steak situation is in there. The straight stick, that should be pointing enough. I'm gonna drive down the middle of the fork. This is what I got going on. I got a forked stick on this side, straight stick on this side. I'm hoping I can just bend this, stick that in the ground, and then that can just set. Maybe. So that's what we got going on. How good does that look? Now what I have going on is the steak out here, comes over and staked out there. Steak is coming out spectacular. This cooking system's really not too bad. I'm just really taking my time and cooking it slow. Man, I am pumped to get this steak in my system. I did break into just one of my beers in the camera case. Like union break, you know what I mean? So, steak is looking good. All I'm doing is taking it this way and rotating it, or I'm rotating the sticks the other way. I'm actually drying out really well sitting next to the fire like this. So everything is coming along. I'm enjoying the wigwam. My boots are drying. It is definitely warmer here. I went outside to go to the bathroom. Definitely warmer in here. And I can hear there was a little bit of snow up on the cap of this. I could hear it once in a while. It goes, whoosh, slides off. So, but it's not wet in here. There's a drip or two right there from it melting, but otherwise, I'm really happy with everything. I guess now it's probably about 8:30 at this point. It is later. I didn't come out till later today. I was at the property doing some other videos earlier in the day. I had to go home, do some office work, and then I said, I'm going back out. Now, tomorrow, I got to get up super early. I'm a hunter trapper educator here in the state of Pennsylvania. Class tomorrow, so it's always fun. It's always usually kids there, and I love working with kids, so it's always a good time. They have the craziest questions about stuff. So I got to get up early, and I'm debating whether to get up extra early here, get the fire going, and make a cup of coffee, because you know I need a cup of coffee to get my day going right, or just hit somewhere in the morning on my way to grab some coffee. I'm just trying to debate where, though. Gas station coffee is sometimes so brutal. Brutal. But I don't know. I would think this is a new venue we're teaching at, so maybe they'll have coffee there first. Our other venue always does. I'm sure they will. So I can always just take that chance, get up and roll out of here. I don't know yet. Up in the air with it. But all I know is I'm having a good meal tonight, and I have that hot chocolate, but I'm gonna save it. I've been saving that for over a year. That's literally a year old, that hot chocolate I showed everybody earlier. My plan right now is just to save it, because I'm not really in the mood for hot chocolate. I'm more in the mood for this steak, which is coming out cool, really good. I'm sure you can see there how this system works. So the stick is stuck here, comes across, and then the forked stick comes up and in. Now the sticks are breaking a little bit in two spots because I didn't pick the right sticks, but if you pick the right sticks, I really think this is a definite viable option for cooking a steak over the fire. It's coming out really well too. It's gonna be delicious. Gonna test out this steak here.
awesome. So, like I said, this is a marinated. I'm gonna cut it a little bit. This is a marinated steak. They are so delicious. I don't know how they make them, but they're unbelievable. I buy them by the case, no joke. Man. Cook that thick part just a little bit more. Definitely good stuff. Nothing's better when you're out camping and you're eating good. It just makes it, man. So let that center cook just a little bit more. It wasn't, I don't even want to say it was bloody. I like these steaks, and if you watch a couple videos ago, I mean, I eat my meat, it's like mooing still. I like these that they're a little bit like more well done. I think it's because of the marinade, they're still super tender. They get real crispy. The more well done they get almost crispy on the outside, and they're still real juicy on the inside. They're so good. So just a little bit different way of cooking them. Finishing up the beer I brought with my production box there. Camera box, but good day. Good day for sure. Nice, quick, easy. I literally thought there was going to be so much more work to staying in here. That's why I was putting it off, and it turned out not to be. Super easy. Pine bough, well, hemlock boughs I put down. Simple door. I'm good. You see, I don't even need a lot of equipment here. I brought something to eat. I'm good. Gonna hit the sack here soon after we get done eating. I love to just lay at night in the woods, the fire crackling. I'm under the blankets. It's quiet. It's just, I love it. What a good trip. Simple, easy. This is what it's all about. You think how minimal this was. It's unreal. I mean, I literally brought a haversack and a bedroll, and that's it. It's 31 degrees out, and you can really make your life super comfortable. Of course, I have a shelter here. I love it. I love it. So let's check that steak a little bit more. Let that cook a little bit. It is good. This is definitely, I mean, like I said, it was cooked before. Hey, that was a good catch. That didn't hit the ground. Even if that hit the ground, guess what? That was still getting eaten. Man, I'll show you. I don't know in the dark how good that's gonna wire up. Look at that. My man. That is just pure. That's pure heaven right there. There's something about cooking meat on a stick too. It's just like so primal. Just cut a slab off. Oh, look at it. It's awesome. If you haven't tried this, not these steaks, but I like to take jalapenos, fresh jalapenos. I put them on the grill at home, and I grill them, like char them. I was gonna bring one today, but I was all out. I gotta get to the grocery store, so just brought a steak, but grilled jalapenos with a steak. It's great. So I'm gonna lay down, relax for a little while, and then catch up with you guys here shortly. So I mean, that's it. That's my wigwam camp. It's purposely laid back, purposely easy. Only thing I didn't eat was my hot chocolate, so that I'm gonna save yet another day, and that's nothing new though, me saving that. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but all I know is I'm having a good time with it, having a good time out here. And at the end of the day, I say it all the time, but I love to say it again because I want to drill it in. You do what you love. As long as you're having a good time, there's no rules out here. The internet, social media make it seem like there's rules. Like if you're not doing this, you're not bushcraft. You're doing this, you're not a survival person. That's not true. That is not true, so don't believe it. So do what you love and enjoy yourself while you're out here. So that's it. I mean, I'm gonna crash and relax. Thanks for joining me for this short little tidbit of wigwam life. As always, guys, thanks for joining. Check us out at coldcrackerbushcraft.com. Until next video, stay in the woods. Ugh.